welcome back to the channel. I'm Yi-Cheng, your Mandarin teacher online. Today we are talking about a new series, which is Anti-Motivational Quote, Part 1. And this phrase in Mandarin would be 毒鸡汤,毒鸡汤. We're going to explain 毒鸡汤 first. 毒, this word by itself means poisonous, harsh, cruel. So in this case, both kind of make sense because it's a poisonous quote or a harsh quote, right? For poisonous, it comes from the phrase 有毒的,有毒的. And for the phrase vicious or harsh, it comes from 恶毒的,恶毒的. Both use the word 毒, this character. Next one is 鸡汤, 鸡汤, chicken soup. Literally, 鸡, chicken. Alive or the meat part is both kind of using this character. Tang is the word soup. So 鸡汤, it actually comes from a book called The Chicken Soup for the Soul, which is some phrases kind of like purify, is that a phrase? Make your soul better, feel positive, and so on. And if you want to know another phrase, which is like a well-known saying, a wise soul, because quote is kind of like that, right? A famous remark, then it is using 名言, 名言. The first 毒鸡汤 we're gonna share here is 星期一也讨厌你,星期一也讨厌你. Monday hates you too. People like to say, oh, I don't like Mondays. I hate Mondays and so on. Well, probably vice versa. Monday probably doesn't like you too. Either. We should say either in this case, right? Okay. Now let's see the phrases, the characters. First one, 星期一,星期一, Monday, Monday. You can also say 礼拜一,礼拜一, which also means Monday. You can also say 周一,周一. Okay. In Taiwan, we probably use 星期一 and 礼拜一 the most. We don't really say 周一,周二, blah, 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 Monday, Tuesday with this pattern that often. We use this one and this one more. Next character is 也, 也, also. Okay. It can also mean either. Because in English, if you are talking about a, what is that called? Negative sentence, you translate into either instead of also. But in Mandarin, we use the same character, 也. Next one is 讨厌, 讨厌, to hate something. Okay, dislike something. And listen to the phrase I say one more time. Okay. 星期一也讨厌你,星期一也讨厌你. The 也 third tone, when I'm saying in this phrase, I pronounce it second tone, 也. That is due to a tonal modification in Mandarin, which is a third tone rule. When you see two third tone in a row, no matter they are in the fixed phrase or not, because one is the first character of hate. They basically are not a fixed phrase together. But because they are placed next to each other, so it's a two third tone in a row, then you need to remain the one at the back or at the end, kind of like that, in a row, and then this one is at the end, right? The one at the back. You remain as third tone, so still be 讨. But the one in front of that one need to become second tone. So instead of saying 也讨, you say 也讨, 也讨. 星期一也讨厌你, 星期一也讨厌你. Okay? But of course, the pinging system will not change this tone mark for you. That's why I need to learn tonal modification rules. Okay. Next one, the last character, 你, you. Okay, let's read one more time. 星期一也讨厌你. Next part, we're gonna talk about a bit more confusing of third tone rule. I'm gonna kind of try to explain it. I plan on making more course, like really complete tonal or tone explaining, practicing, learning course, but I haven't get it all done yet. It will be released in the future. I realize the materials out there, they do talk about the third tone rules, like when there are two third tones together. That's for sure. You can find a lot of amazing materials out there. But what if it's three third tones in a row? What if it's four third tones in a row? What if it's more? How do you apply it? It actually change in case, like different cases. Okay. That's why I kind of want to explain more in that in depth in depth in depth like deep that kind of course, so that I can help learner to understand why how we pronounce is different from what it is shown on the pinging system. So now let's look at the sentence pattern using 也 also. First one, when A say 我爱你, 我爱你, I love you. B say 我也爱你, 我也爱你, I also love you. Okay. The literal structure is I also love you. You see there are two third tone again, so this one remain as third tone. The one in front of become second tone. So 我也爱你 second third. 我也爱你 I love you too. Next one is the confusing one. I mean the third tone rules. But let's look at the sentence first. 我想要吃牛排. And then it's fine to omit this one. 也想要吃火锅. 我想要吃牛排. 也想要吃火锅. I want to eat steak. I also want to eat hot pot. If you omit the 我 here, then that is only two third tone in a row, right? Remember this one as third tone. The one in front become second tone. So it's 也想要. So second, third. 也想要. Okay. What if I really need to or want to say I, the subject, one more time? Okay. Then it will happen to be 1, 2, 3. 3 third tone in a row. So again, apply the rule. We say the one at the back remain as third tone. Okay, double check third tone. The one in front become second tone. Okay, check second tone. So now it's second, third. What about this one? The one in front of the character, which is from third tone changing to second tone, which is this one. Think about, is 我 and the 也 more like a fixed phrase, or is 也 and the 想 is more like a fixed phrase? So is it more like I also, more like together, or is it also want to, more like a phrase? In this one, it's not so clear. It probably like 50-50. Some people think is 我 and the 也 more like a fixed phrase. Some people think 也 and 想 more like a fixed phrase. When you come across to this kind of situation, it has two ways to pronounce this phrase. Okay. If you think 我 is more like by itself and then also want is more like a phrase, then you just leave it alone. When you leave it alone, of course it stays as third tone. So it will be third tone, second tone, third tone. 我也想要, 我也想要. So 我也想要吃火锅，我也想要吃火锅。But what if you are one of the people who think I also, it's more like a phrase comparing to also want to. Then it means you think these two are a pair, which means we say if this one is a third tone, because we already say at the first rule you need to apply is this is third tone, this becomes second, right? But now we need to distinguish this one. So now, fresh up your brain again. This thinking about it is a third tone at the back. This one need to become second tone, correct? So what will happen is this is second tone because of you think they are a pair. But this is also second tone because of the first rule, which is the one at the back is third tone. The one in the front, like in front of the last third tone character, need to become second tone. So it will be second, second, third, which is 我也想要吃火锅。我也想要吃火锅. Second, second, third. So in this case, both of them work. You can say third, second, third, or second, second, third. Okay. I want to 想要吃 eat 牛排 steak. Be careful when you see like u sound. It has a hidden o sound in between them. So instead of eu, is actually e-o-u sound. Yo. So 牛 second tone. 牛排. So now here is two third tone. Remain as third. This one become second. Okay. 我想要吃牛排。我也想要吃火锅。Okay? Next one. 我也不知道。我也不知道。I don't know either. In this case, 也 translate into either. I also. So 也 remain as third tone. The one in front become second tone. 我也不知道。我也不知道。不知道 means don't know. Okay? So now let's review all of the phrases and so on. 毒 poisonous, harsh, cruel. 有毒的 poisonous. 恶毒的 vicious, harsh, cruel. 鸡汤 chicken soup. 名言 well-known saying, a wise saw, a famous remark. So 毒鸡汤 is anti-motivational quote or demotivational quote. Our quote for this time is 星期一也讨厌你。星期一也讨厌你。Monday hates you too. 星期一 Monday. 礼拜一 Monday. 周一 Monday. 也 also or either. 讨厌 to hate. 你 you. 我爱你 I love you. 我也爱你 I love you too. 我想要吃牛排我也想要吃火锅我想要吃牛排我也想要吃火锅 You can omit the second word, so you say 我想要吃牛排也想要吃火锅 I want to eat steak, I also want to eat hot pot. 我也不知道 I don't know either. Okay? So that will be it. This is this time's file. Actually, this file should be probably recorded even shorter, but because I want to explain what 毒鸡汤 means, and I also want to kind of bring you guys through to kind of talking about the third tone rule, tonal modification. So hopefully in the future, this series gonna be short and sweet. Okay? But whenever there is a good grammar point or something I can teach more in depth, I would like to talk about it. Okay. So that would be this video. If you want to download the file, you can go to my Koji page at the Snake Size Learning, and you can book one-on-one lesson with me on service options, or you can check out the description box below and contact me on italki. You can also support me to grow, and you can send me audio message if you want me to double check and help you improve your pronunciation if needed, and then I will send audio feedback to you. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.